We've got three equations here. Each of them are describing a straight line, and we've been asked to write down the gradient and the y-intercept for each of the lines. First thing we've got to remember in situations like this is the general form of a straight line. And the general form of a straight line is y equals mx plus c, and m is the gradient, and c is the y-intercept. So what we need is we need each of our straight line equations to look like this, and we say they need to be in this general form. If you look at our first equation, it is in this form. It's got y equals something times x plus something else. So in this case, it's very easy for us to just pick out the gradient and the y-intercept. The gradient is the number of x's there are, so in this case it's 3. And the y-intercept is what's been added on at the end. In this case, it's 7. On the second equation, it's not exactly in the right format. It's 5y equals. When we've got it in the general form, we want just y. So to get rid of this 5, we're going to have to divide by 5. And that means we need to divide absolutely everything by 5 so that we retain the value of the equation. Remember, an equation must always be balanced. So if I have 5y equal to 2x minus 15, I'll just divide the whole thing by 5. It's going to give me a y here. If I have a number here that I can't divide by 5 to get a whole number, that's fine. And we don't need to use a calculator or anything, we'll leave it as a fraction. It's 2/5 of x minus 3. If you're not sure what's happened there, pause the video, have a little look. I've divided every single term by 5. Now, my equation is in the general form, so again it's going to be easy for me to pick out my gradient and my y-intercept. Gradient is 2/5, and my y-intercept is -3. Making sure that you remember that negative belongs to that 3, not to the x. The third example here, 3x minus 4y minus 20 equals 0, is not in the form, the general form at all. So we're going to have to do a lot of moving things around. Essentially I need the y to be on its own and everything else to be on the other side of the equals. So the first thing that I'm going to choose to do here is I'm going to move this y over to this side here, and I'm going to leave just the numbers and x's here. I've got negative 4y, so to remove that I'm going to need to add 4y. Because it's an equation, I need to do it to both sides. So if I add 4y to this side, I've got 3x minus 20. If I add 4y to this side, I just get 4y. It's starting to look more like the general form that we're looking for. I can choose to turn the whole thing around at this point. So if 3x minus 20 equals 4y, then 4y must equal 3x minus 20. Now I'm at the stage where I was with equation number b. Y needs to be on its own, so I need to divide by 4. I'm going to divide the whole equation by 4. So on the left hand side, 4y divided by 4 is y. I'm going to divide every term and term by 4. So 3 is going to become 3/4 of x. Negative 20 becomes minus 5. Now again I can pick out my gradient and my y-intercept. So m is 3/4 and c is -5. Okay, hope this is helpful.